At first, define the term toxin. What are toxins?
Yes, sir. Chemical substance produced by the bacteria and fungal pathogen when they act the host plant.
When they act, when they infect the host plant.
Yes, sir.
I ask second question from you that what is the difference between the exotoxin and endotoxin? Exotoxin and endotoxin. What is the difference between exotoxin and endotoxin? Nidhi?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
is the
sir.
difference between exotoxin and endotoxin? Exotoxin पिछले क्लास में बताया था. What is the difference? I have already differentiated these two terms. I have already defined the exotoxin and endotoxins. Deepak, Prateek Chandra, Arushi, Niba, Deepak, how you differentiate between the exotoxin and endotoxin? How will you differentiate? Yes, good afternoon. What is the difference? How will you differentiate the exotoxin and endotoxin? Prateek Chandra, Prateek, what are the difference? How will you differentiate between exotoxin and endotoxins? What is another question? What is difference between the general toxin and host specific toxin? Didi, what is the difference between general toxin and host specific toxin? During my previous lecture, I have classified the toxin in three different ways. The first way was the first classification included the toxin, which is toxin ID, general toxin and host specific toxin. What are the difference between general toxin and host specific toxin? Deepak, how will you differentiate between these two? Ranum,
Yes, sir.
what is difference between general toxin and host specific toxin?
जनरल टॉक्सिन में एक ही प्लेस में रहता है और जबकि होस्ट टॉक्सिन में
आज हम लोग आज टुडे वी हैव टू स्टडी द host specific toxin. So at first you should define the term host specific toxin, which is also known as host selective toxin. Then I will proceed. Deepak, distinguish Ansa Fatimi, Ansa, Niba, Arushi, Arushi, Tarannum.
Yes, sir.
Ansa Fatma. Yes, sir.
अच्छा, अंसा फादर बताइए, what is the difference between the general toxin and host specific toxin? What is the difference between the general toxin and host specific toxin? I have already described I have already introduced the term toxin. A complete lecture has been delivered. A complete lecture on the toxin has been given in the previous lecture, and not only the definition. I have introduced the term toxin to you. I have defined the term toxin in different ways. Beside this, I also explained the features of the toxins. Not only this, I have also classified the toxin in different ways. That included the best basis of the classification of the toxin by depending upon the mode of action, and on this basis, on this basis, the toxin was classified into two groups: general toxin and the host specific toxin or host selective toxin. And I have already uploaded a note on the previous lecture, but I think that you have not gone through the lecture. You have not gone through the notes provided by me. So, then it is a very simple question I am asking, and you are not providing the correct answer. बताइए जल्दी. What was the another basis? What was the another basis of classification of toxins? I have described three basis of the classification of toxin. The first, second, and third. आप सिर्फ ये बताइए तीन बेसिस क्या क्या था क्लासिफिकेशन का. बताओ दीपक. दीपक, tell me. Deepak, tell me the different basis. Tell me the different basis of the classification of toxins. निभा सुन रही है? निभा,
Yes, sir.
ये बताओ जल्दी.
Yes, sir.
बताओ किस बेसिस पर टॉक्सिन को क्लासिफाई किया गया है.
सर
बताइए दीपक, बताइए.
टॉक्सिन को क्लासिफाई किया है सर उसके केमिकल बेसिस पे सर.
हाँ बताइए कौन सा क्लासिफिकेशन है.
केमिकल पे सर, बायोलॉजिकल पे, फिजिकल पे, रेडिएशन पे. Chemical toxin include inorganic substance such as lead, mercury, hydrofluoric acid, and chlorine gas, and organic compounds such as methyl alcohol. Most medication and toxins, sir. All these are in this case, sir, we can classify the toxins, sir.
आप ये बताइए यार हमको. हम पिछले क्लास में हम तीन तरह का क्लासिफिकेशन बताए थे. एक था एक हुआ क्या कि टॉक्सिन दो तरह के हैं. टॉक्सिन्स आर ऑफ टू टाइप्स, जनरल टॉक्सिन्स एंड पोस्ट स्पेसिफिक टॉक्सिन. दूसरा बेसिस था एक्सोटॉक्सिन और इंडोटॉक्सिन. तीसरा क्या था?
इंडोर और
सर एक स्पेशल होता है सर, एक स्पेशल होता है सर, एक होता है कि वो किसी भी अदर को भी मतलब इन्फेक्ट कर देता है सर.
तीसरा बेसिस क्या था? व्हाट वाज द थर्ड बेसिस? तीसरे तरह से भी मैंने क्लासिफाई किया. दूसरा क्या है? तीसरा वाला क्या था? व्हाइट बोर्ड पर शेयर किए थे. व्हाइट बोर्ड पर आई हैड ऑलरेडी शेयर्ड द classification of toxins, and not only this, I had made it very clear that the basis of classification, and I explained the various basis of the classification of the toxin, including all these things like exotoxin, endotoxin, general toxin, host specific toxin. What are the features of toxin? What are the features of toxin? Prateek, Tarannum, let me know features of toxin. पिछले क्लास में toxin का feature भी बताए थे, characters भी. What are the? Let me point out some important features of the toxin.
Sir, they are low molecularity, weight, and compounds.
Who is answering?
Yes, sir.
High mobility, sir.
Host
Who is
tissue.
answering?
They have high mobility, sir.
Tarannum, sir.
Okay. High mobility, low molecular weight. The third feature is?
High mobility, sir.
ठीक है, high mobility. इसके अलावा other than these properties?
रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है सर.
क्या होता है?
डिजीज डेवलपमेंट में रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है सर. दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर डिजीज डेवलपमेंट.
ये तो चलता है. जब हम प्लांट पैथोजेनेसिस पढ़ रहे हैं, we are studying the topic plant pathogenesis. So any student can easily say that the disease, the toxin takes part in the disease development. Other characters, other characters. Ansa hai Ansa.
They
Ansa.
affect the metabolism of host plant.
Yes, yes, you are right. It affects the metabolism of the host plant. And the other feature is that it inactivates or it inhibits the enzyme activity. The toxin can interfere with the chlorophyll biosynthesis. You know that in some cases the toxins produced by the pathogen can inhibit the or interfere with the chlorophyll biosynthesis, and that will result in the chlorosis. If there will be absence of chlorophyll, what will happen? The leaf will turn yellow in the absence of chlorophyll. So beside this, the very important one of the important character of toxin is that toxin can also interfere or inhibit the pyrimidine and purine bases, which are required for the DNA replication. So these are there are various. I mentioned some of the important characters during the last lecture, but beside that there are so many characters of the toxins. But the important one the important characters were described in the previous lecture. Now, okay. Now this interaction is over now. अब बताते हैं आपको कि अब जो अगला जो पढ़ना था हम लोग कहाँ तक पढ़े थे? We have already studied the general toxin today. Today I will make you know, and I am going to deliver a lecture on the host specific toxin. Host specific toxin. So now let us come to see the host specific toxin.